Hey everybody, and welcome to our third iteration of how best to use Silentpush's web scanner and live scanner functionality. In this particular session, let's go burn some Netflix related phishing or spoofing related infrastructure. So first, let's go over to that web scanner, and in the field name, let's look for the URL to equal to http://netflix.com. So what we'll get back here are all the times that we've scanned Netflix, and here we can see some really interesting information. So what we're going to use here is a combination of different factors in order to not just understand phishing related infrastructure that might be out there, but also to understand a little bit more about brand abuse. So in this particular case, let's go take a look and pivot across that favicon. Let's go down here to the favicon MD5 hash, make that equals to. Then back up at the very top, let's change this operator on the URL to not equals. So now what we're telling the data set is, hey, I want to look for any time that the favicon is the same as a netflix.com, but does not appear on netflix.com. So what we'll get back here are all the different times where we've seen that actually occur. So we have one here, turn on account.website, looks kind of sketchy to me. We can go ahead and copy that particular link, jump on over to live scan here, and use this in order to do a live scan of that particular website and see if it's actually hosting brand infringement related content. We already know it has that favicon, but what else is exactly out there? So here we can take a look at that screenshot here itself. That gives us a good idea that it's definitely brand related content, and we can see a bunch of other information that we were able to gather through that scan underneath. Now, one of the things that we can also do with this is play with what we call the HHV. This is a silent push related invention. It's called a header hash value. It's a fingerprint that we can use. It's comprised of various strings based off of the keys, not values, of the response headers. And if we go back to that web scanner here, we can actually use this to filter down this data even more. So we can go add new, HHV equals to the one that we were just able to find on that turnonaccount.website. And in this case, we can find other infrastructure that might actually be related. So we can see here underneath that netpayhere.com is another website that matches that same criteria. We can even use that same specific HHV without the favicon itself in order to broaden out our search to be able to see if there are other sites set up in the same way. All right, that's enough for this session. As always, thank you all for joining. Let us know if you have any other questions.